Brava.
Thank you very much.
So, Mr. Tyler, are you here
Uh,
alone or?
yes, I am. No, I've got my music composer with me, Greg Anderson, as well.
Ah, wonderful. So the music was actually originally made with your production team as well.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Okay, I'm throwing a table. Wow, that was a lot of talent. So,
Oh, got some of the cast here as well.
oh my gosh. Yeah, I
And
was just,
also him as also the creator as well.
oh, I gotta get
So
one of those.
yeah, they're worth it. They're worth it, definitely.
um, yeah, I was just chatting on the chat here, and I was just like amazed by the joints that your action figure has. At which I have to kind of ask, like, do the joints actually move the way that you actually portrayed in the movie, or did you actually have to customize it?
Oh no, they do. They work very well. Just I had to really look for the ones that could move very flexibly like a normal human would. Looked from eBay, got the Mayfex figures. One of Spider-Man that has its own webbing and whatnot. And I just really need. I knew I needed ones that could move very flexibly, do various sort of what do you call them? Various poses. So I had, and so yeah, these are the ones I got, and same for Lizard as well. Even though his movement is a bit more limited, I had to make sure I got like ones that could move like this and have a mouth moving up and down as well to really get that threat across. I saw on the comment on the chat there. Stop motion is tough. Yes, it is. It took about, let's see, is it late July to early October to shoot this all, and then it took Greg and his buddy Enric, the sound designer, to do the sound and music till about sometime in December. So was from summer to winter to put this together.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So run me through this whole process of why you started, who you are, and just
Okay.
the audacity, man. Come on.
Sure thing. The audacity. Okay. All right. Well, this all started at first pre-COVID. This was after I graduated from a University of Film and TV, and I felt I needed to do something with my equipment because I couldn't think of anything. And then I thought, I'll tell you what, I'll shoot something stop motion together because I really wanted, just thought it'd be a cool idea to do, and it actually wasn't this film, just so you know, and because and then let's see, then COVID happened, and my a course I was about to go on for visual effects that got cancelled, and so I thought, okay, just move ahead with making this stop motion film, and I did it with actually something that was Dr. Octopus versus Spider-Man on a building top. That's like a minute and 12 seconds piece. You can find it on my YouTube channel as well, Tyler Drew Productions. And that one turned out, well, surprisingly really good in the end. And also Greg and Enrique also worked on that one as well. And since that one worked well, I thought, okay, let's do something similar but different, and thought go for something more comedic horror vibe. So thought, well, go with the lizard with an sort of an alien vibe, like what do you call them? Who's the guy that created Alien? Ridley Scott's Aliens, Alien, like that one, where it's a creature chasing you in these dark hallways, and also I figured, not before Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, there wasn't really any like horror superhero movies, except for possibly Blade. So I thought the go for a kind of a unique kind of take on the superhero genre by creating a horror superhero short film for it, and then that started the whole production of from June to December of putting this together.
Fantastic, fantastic. Uh, and in basically building this whole, you know, I guess stop motion
Well,
production. Yes.
oh,
Uh, where did you do it? Is it just in
oh,
your
it's
room?
well, we're in the set now.
Oh, okay.
It's all my just my little my den area in my house. It's all from, and you're on, and my computer is on where the set was built.
Okay.
So on my little table. It was all built on my little table.
Oh my
um,
goodness. So you
yeah.
didn't have to like take up a whole different studio and just like set that whole thing up. Uh,
Um, no.
some of the
It's
lighting aren't you like burning?
the lighting. It was all my well, it's well my lamp here for the some of the warmer shots,
Yeah.
and for the white lighting, I have my own little miniature lights, which I put at both sides of the certain sides of the table, and they're dimmable as well. So I was able to create that light bulb going in and out as the lizard transforms.
Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. I know that when you actually adjust for, for each movement, it takes like a few hours. How, how was that? Was it a terrible endurance to actually go through it, or?
Uh, uh, well, it kind of depends on the scene, to be honest. With with this guy, and just so you know, he's taller than the lizard, surprisingly. He was kind of good because he stands pretty well. But with Spider-Man, I mean, look at his feet. He is impossible to really get balanced very easily. So quite a few times I had to have him put on blue tack when he stood up. But for when he's walking through the hallway, that one was actually done surprisingly not with any reshoots, because I had to keep his legs pretty spread out to have him slide across in and out, and had to do it very, very carefully. And it's thankfully it worked. Thank God.
Yeah, it looks amazing. The I know that you were just working with a lot of cardboard when it came down to going through that hallway. Um, was this a how was this a, what was the process in that? I know it sounds dumb, but
No,
I'd like
it's
to know, like,
it is it
how
is actually quite different, because we've got like different sets. We've got jungle through a projector from the beginning. We've got an interior of a set, and we've got exterior of New York between buildings. For the lizard location, that one was actually quite a bit of nature digging. Had to get some dirt from my garden for the to put on the table, and we got some rocks from a nearby shop to put the lizards on, which I now keep in my garden, and got some photos of jungles and some fake leaves to dangle over the backgrounds, and even got a huge chunk of tree, a branch that I found while I was walking around, put it in a pot, covered the pot in dirt, and had the lizard go up the building all whole. And it was, and actually it felt like a lizard, as yeah, it felt like a lizard pen in there because it was so hot. I had the lighting and everything. And it was a really warm day as well, so that was really fun. And with the others, let's see, I covered like the for the web hammock. I covered the buildings in like paper and put like building tiles over it around it, and also some windows marked in orange pen to make it get an amateurish way of seeing like there's light inside. And then got some white got some white string into got some white string to make to tie together to make the hammock.
Oh,
Yeah, and before I forget, we're making a new film at the moment that's actually going to be bigger and longer than this. It's called Spider-Man Musical Origins.
oh, nice.
Exactly, yeah, Light Nightmare Before Christmas. It's going to be a faithful adaptation of Spider-Man's first number of comics, like ones that the ones that Stan Lee and Steve Ditko first created, and we're going to tell it as a musical, and focusing on other areas of his origin that other media haven't focused on, because there was a part when Spider-Man actually tried to cash a check to a bank, like all costumes and everything. So he did go through a few difficulties that other films haven't focused on yet. And you can find the crowdfunding campaign for that on Instagram in my bio, and you can also find the crowdfunding campaign on my YouTube channel as well, Tyler Drew Productions, and there's a link there as well.
I mean,
So keep in mind, everyone.
Add it into the chat. Would love to actually share
Sure
that.
thing. Sure thing. I'll make sure to put that on.
Okay. Question for Greg.
Greg's put that on there already, the Indiegogo campaign. So it's there already. Well done, Greg.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Greg?
Hey.
Okay. Sorry. Didn't want to make it sound like a seance.
No, yeah.
You made the music for this film. Was this any influence in creating it? Was it just an original soundtrack you just came up with?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an original soundtrack. There's no themes or chord progressions or anything that are borrowed. But there's a lot of inspiration being taken from, I'd say, superhero films in general, but then also, like, especially in the first project that Tyler and I did together, the one he was mentioning,
The Doctor
yeah. With that one, we were taking a lot of influence out of, like, Looney Tunes, and this sort of, like, there's this concept in music called Mickey Mousing, where it's sort of like the music really follows all of the minute changes. And we don't really see that. Like, you're not going to see that in, like, a big Marvel movie or something. But it's really a big part of the sound world of these films where, all of a sudden the music is, like, super ominous and it's big kind of monster music, and then it's, quickly comedy, and then it's quickly horror, and just, moving really fast between these different feelings and different styles has been a big part of the sound world. So, yeah, pulling influences from, Looney Tunes, superhero stuff, but trying to, actively not pull themes from existing music, because I think, you can do that quite easily, and I think you see that a lot where in these sorts of homages, people will just really take the theme and be like, here's a Spider-Man theme that we all know and love, but it's fun for me as a composer to try to stay away from going for something that people will just recognize and trying to build our own language independently from the music that already exists.
It's lovely. It's lovely. In building, was this your production here? Was this are you guys actually going to be? I'm so sorry. I think I must have missed it. You guys have a production company already. Am I correct?
We don't have a production company. We're all just like indie people, just putting together like our own little bits of projects on the slide.
Yeah. So Enrique and I, we work together. We have a small studio doing sound and music for film. It's called
Yeah.
Sound Shepherds. I'll drop a link in the chat. And kind of our whole thing is that in film, there's this problem where too often the composer and the sound team won't work closely together, and they'll only meet each other at the very end when they're in like, doing the final mix, and then you're at this big explosion scene, and the composer's like, oh, I have a huge bass sound there, and the sound person's like, well, I have a huge bass sound there, and then somebody has to have their sound muted, and there's often a lot of like turning other people's music down or sound down and stuff like that. So kind of the essence of our company, or the concept behind it, is that the sound and music departments work together through the full film. That way we can sort of decide, maybe this is just a music moment, or maybe this is just a sound moment, or how do we create sound and music that fit together in one scene without it getting too dense, or without having too many sounds that are too similar. So yeah, that's essentially the concept for the studio, and the last little while we've been really expanding into more immersive audio. We just finished doing a film in Atmos, and getting really excited about that kind of stuff. But yeah, this upcoming project with Tyler is going to be pretty intense from the sound and music side. I mean, doing stop motion, there's no location sound. There's no, sounds of the crowd that Tyler captures on set because none of his actors make any noises. So, everything needs to be made from scratch. And there's so much work that has to be done there. And then from the music side, so there's two composers on this. There's Anthony Knight, who's a composer that I went to school with, and he writes opera, does a lot of musical theater, that sort of stuff. So he's already written all the songs for it, and then I'm orchestrating his songs and then doing the score in between the musical numbers or the singing numbers.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
lovely. Seeing as you guys are going to be working on further productions, please throw in any more of this links in the chat box so people can actually follow and follow, just catch more of what you got. If you guys ever tour, please let everyone know, because we are all, we all want to actually follow any of the new indie filmmakers, any of the continuing of this fan films. It's just, oh my gosh, we just can't get enough of it. So
Sure thing. Greatest way you can thank us is by checking out our latest crowdfunding campaign in the link in the chat. And best thank you we can get at the moment.
Totally. And then I just dropped in the link for my studio, so you can follow us on Instagram or check out our website. We've got our demo reel up there, and yeah, hopefully we can work with some of you guys soon.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. Oh, yes.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Greg, for all your work on everything. And thank you, Sound Shepherds and Enrique, and everything else.
Of course. And thank you, Tyler, for showing us the appendages from your action figures. I am totally jealous.
Cheers.
Cheers there.
Goodbye.
Ah! Love it.
No problem. Thank you very much.